Hello, my name is Angelina Bowden, and this is my persuasive speech on why we need capital punishment. Morally and logistically, capital punishment is often the answer to severe crimes. In the case of murder and other crimes of that caliber, one's right to life should arguably be taken away. A person that dangerous cannot be a part of society and does not deserve to leech off of the tax money of their victims. As well as being deserved, capital punishment serves as a strong deterrent to crime. Bad guys deserve to suffer. This is a blunt slogan, but it captures the essence of a deeply familiar notion. People who have committed capital crimes deserve their lives to go worse as a result. Why do they deserve it? Because it's not fair for the lives of wrongdoers to go well when the lives of the innocent have gone poorly. Punishment levels the playing field. Whatever the reason, retributivists, those who believe in retribution, argue that the punishment of criminals is intrinsically valuable. It is valuable in and of itself rather than valuable because of its good consequences. For example, preventing future crime. Some oppose the death penalty, not because of the inherent value of life, and as some may argue, our lack of right to take it, but because capital punishment is disproportionately light compared to the crime committed. Death is an easy out compared to a miserable life in prison. Many people who opposed the fairly recent death sentence for the Boston Marathon bomber did so on the grounds that life in a maximum security prison would be a worse punishment, and so more fitting, than death. There's a Japanese psychological argument that, by reinforcing that there is a punishment for doing bad, in turn, you are reinforcing that good behavior in society is rewarded. According to certain Japanese psychologists, the death penalty plays an important role in society by giving some level of reassurance that the stress of the urban working class life is worth it, and that it is better than the alternative, death. To many in society, and especially to bereaving family members of victims, a death sentence is the only punishment for radical crime, and the only one that will bring them peace. Just as it is wrong to overpunish by sentencing a shoplifter to be stoned, it can be just as wrong to underpunish and dole out community service to a serial rapist and murderer. Society and justice demand that criminals get the punishment due to them for the safety and well-being of the innocent. Execution promotes a belief in government and the system. Punishment is given where it is due, no matter who the perpetrator is. Logistically, the biggest argument for capital punishment is that it prevents further crime, both by nixing the offenses, of course, by getting rid of the offender, and by deterring the crime itself. Murder would be far more prevalent if it were not met by such a harsh but fitting punishment as death. Although most are deterred by the fact that murder and rape and terrorism and treason are horrible crimes that should never be committed, self-interested left-hand packers will always have the threat of death over their head. Thus, any heinous crimes would be illogical. In addition to bringing down crime, the death penalty saves tax money and resources that would otherwise be going to feeding, clothing, housing, and maintaining the general health of a prisoner for the remainder of their life. The taxes of the hard-working, law-abiding innocent should arguably not go towards maintaining the life of someone who potentially endangers them and culpably harmed society. We, as a society and as a government, have the responsibility to punish those who commit crimes against us to the degree they deserve. In cases of rape or murder, death is the undeniable punishment. It protects us from further harm and brings justice for the victims.